Okay. All right. Shall we move on? If you're just joining us, you're watching our Moonlight Markdowns. We've got jewelry clearance for 2 hours, this and the next hour. And we're moving on to this Roberto by RFM wrap bracelet. So it looks like...
it almost be like a watch.
Like a watch, right? But it's so interesting because Roberto decided he loved, and so many women love the look of just a sleek, beautiful watch. But this is sort of what can live next to the watch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's adjustable. So there's so many, you know, I put it on the very last one, but it has the look of leather, but it's actually not leather, which makes it easy to care for. You don't have to baby it. It's not something you can't, you know, you have to worry, you know, with the kids and so forth. We have it only in 3 different colors. So we have it with the red that has the silver tone buckle, and then we have it in the brown that has the rose tone buckle, and then in our classic black with a gold tone. So again, we're kind of going with whether you're gravitating towards one of these fall colors, the black, brown, or red, or maybe it's the tone of the metal because you always gravitate towards the silver tone or the gold tone. But it's just an understated, slight accessory that kind of just makes you feel like, you know, maybe you have a ton of, you know, gemstone bracelets, or maybe you have a ton of bangle bracelets. This is different, right? So this gives it the appearance of leather. It does have the adjustability like a watch would. So if you wanted to, you know, stack it with maybe your actual timepiece, that would be really nice to do. We have it on 4 Flex this morning. It's over 60% off. $4.99 to get it home. It's really fun. It's very fashionable and easy. I guarantee you, if you get this home for yourself or maybe someone else in the family, you're going to wish you had gotten all the colors because it's kind of interchangeable. Everybody sort of will grab which one that they like the most, and you can share it.
I think so. And we've seen a lot of this jewelry over the last number of years too that is almost like, well, I keep using the word edgy, but it really is. We've seen a lot of this kind of, you know, pendants on a leather cord or things like that. We've seen, you know, enhancers on braided, you know, necklaces and braided kind of chain, and a lot of non-metal materials mixed in with our metal materials for our jewelry. And this is another one of those kinds of looks. I'll tell you, black and gold is always classic, or I should say black and yellow. The black and yellow tone is always classic. I like the sort of red and white, or the red with the white metal. But this is a little bit unexpected. I know. And that's the brown with the rose. First, we don't see rose as much. And when we do, sometimes, you know, it kind of piques our interest because rose might be a metal that we don't have very much of in our wardrobe. And the fact that you've got brown, maybe it's been a long, hot, muggy summer, and you're really looking forward to fall. And I'll tell you, Valerie, for the very first time in all of my years, this year I've really been looking forward to fall.
Really?
And I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just all these pumpkin spice commercials. I don't know what it is. But when I see this brown and rose, it just makes me think of like cozy cuddling up with the family, watching movies, eating popcorn late at night on a Friday night with the fam. That's what this brown and rose kind of means to me.
It kind of screamed the same thing to me because we've been looking at a lot of, you know, the fall fashion edit. We've been talking about our boots and our booties and our shooties. And these are the types of pieces that pair back so perfectly with that. And so the brown is a really nice, it's just a nice pairing towards your brown boots. But a pop of color is always sometimes really nice. Makes it, you know, maybe you're wearing all black or all white, or you have a nice mixture of that, and you just want a little touch of color. And red still kind of goes into the holiday season.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, we're going into, you know, the Christmas season. So this would be a nice gift as well if you don't really know exactly somebody's bracelet size. This will fit from up to a 7.5-inch wrist. So it's nice and it's comfortable. It's lightweight, and you don't have to baby it because it's very true. It looks like leather. Everybody will think it's leather.
Yeah. And you'll forget because it's going to be like your leather wrap bracelet, which is going to be great. You can see Valerie's wearing that one, and she's kind of doing almost like a high-low kind of look. She's got some really cool textured pants, a nice smooth kind of blush color top, and then she put on this bracelet, and it just works. Because also when I look at this, I think of wearing it to those places that maybe you wouldn't really typically wear jewelry to. but you kind of just feel naked without anything.
Right.
Like to the gym, or even when you're running errands on a Saturday afternoon, you don't have to get all gussied up, but you do want a little bit of something. And I think this can be that little bit of something that's not over the top, it's not expensive. If you bang your wrist on the shopping cart or something like that, you don't have to worry about any stones breaking. It's just a simple, easy, no-brainer kind of feel. And I even think it can be a bit ageless, because I think about my teenage nieces, like when they were younger, it was easy for me to buy them things to make them happy. Now that they're like 14, 15, they don't like anything.
You know what I mean? Difficult?
They're like so like, you know how we can be when we were teenagers.
Not me.
Really? You weren't like that?
No. Just don't ask my parents.
Really?
I was an angel. I was perfect. I had no attitude.
You didn't talk back?
No, I never talked back.
Oh my gosh.
I was, you know, perfect. What, it's unbelievable?
It's so believable. But just in case you were more like Tamara and less like Valerie, because I was that way. I was like, that's so not cool, or that's so, I think these are ageless, because I think anybody could really enjoy and appreciate the cool factor that you've got here. And even again, the ease of this as well. Now, at $50, which was our regular price, I would understand maybe thinking, I'm not really sure. But at $19.95,
why not?
Actually, you know what? 4 flex of $4.99? Definitely, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those pieces that you can pretty much just take and wear anywhere at any time. You don't have to really think about what does this go with? Is it going to match? Because it's a wrap bracelet. Yeah. So it's if you're someone that's a minimalist and you're someone that loves, like, if you're a jeans and t-shirt kind of girl, this is one of those jeans and t-shirt kind of wears that you can just put on at any time, or you can dress it up. I mean, you can see that Val has a very nice, elegant outfit on. She's mixing things up. And really, honestly, there's no rules.
Yeah.
So if you love it, you should get it. It's $4.99 to get home.
Wow.
And that's